The image of the vine, especially as used by Jesus in St. John's Gospel today, is one that had always been of particular significance in my own life. Growing up as a young boy in Taunton, I remember going to my grandmother's house on Purchase Street, Portuguese grandmother, and off in the side of the house there was a large grapevine, as was customary among a lot of the houses in that particular neighborhood. As a little kid, this vine seemed to have a life of its own, a character of its own. It kept sprawling, growing. It was large and, it was high off the ground. There were some people in the neighborhood who would even put their cars underneath it. They served as a carport of sorts. And I remember sometimes you'd go over after a big storm or a big gust of wind, and you'd find the dead branches from this vine strewn about the yard, or certainly having fallen beneath where that particular vine was growing. Having had that image as a child, when I heard this gospel for the first time as a student in grammar school, it made sense. The dead branches fall off. The dead branches let go. The dead branches have no life in them and nothing left for them to cling to, and so they simply fall. That is the reality of what could happen to any one of us should we separate ourselves from Jesus Christ. With 6 simple words, Jesus reminds us of the great import of remaining intimately and closely united with Him. Those 6 words, without me, you can do nothing. Nothing. There's nothing that we can do without Jesus Christ. And what's so important about this gospel is where it finds itself situated within St. John's Gospel. It's right after the Last Supper. It's right before the crucifixion. Jesus would have already given himself in his body and blood in the Holy Eucharist at the Last Supper. It's right before he would have gone to die on the cross. Judas would have already left the room, like the branch that fell from the vine, to go and enact the betrayal that he chose to. And Jesus tells the remaining apostles there, I am the vine, remain in me. Without me, you can do nothing. What is it that is such a personal, intimate, life-giving source that comes from Jesus Christ that we can do absolutely nothing without Him? It's not mere life by association. It's life that is sustained because Jesus Himself is within us. If we think that there is any more personal encounter, any more life-giving encounter, and anything greater than the presence that Jesus Christ offers us in the sacraments, then we'd be fooling ourselves. These sacraments of our church, especially the Mass that we will offer in just a few moments, will serve for us as our means of remaining connected to Jesus Christ, the vine that gives life to us so that each of us can be healthy branches, the vine that gives life to us as healthy branches so that we can continue to spread, branch out, and grow not as dead branches, but as healthy branches full of life, that the vine of Jesus Christ can continue to grow, continue to envelop our hearts, continue to envelop our world. May we never forget those 6 words of our Lord Jesus, and remember our complete trust and reliance that we're called to when we look to Him. Without me, you can do nothing.